everything. Dang, you're right. I can't say, hey, yeah, it's daddy music. Live off that. Even though music, you can live off of music.
Yeah.
But it's nothing you can pass down. You can't pass down music. So I was getting paid nice money to perform.
Okay.
Getting paid nice. But I can't pass it down to my children. So I said, okay, that's when I started Bon Appetit. Bon Appetit doing pretty good.
And for those who don't know, what is Bon Appetit? I mean, you just can't say it, like.
Oh, right. I see. I'm thinking we having a right.
I know we talking.
Right.
People in SpeakRoC Nation need to know these things.
That's correct.
What is Bon Appetit, brother?
Bon Appetit is the best food you're gonna have and taste. Period. Around. Even she's like, you gonna cook for me today? Bon Appetit. She always.
And for those who can't see, he got his daughter with him. So he's practicing what he preached.
Yes.
Got his daughter with him.
Yeah.
Showing her the ropes, showing her the business, showing her things. So once again, Bon Appetit. What type of cuisine is it?
Oh, wow. It's really soul food, but we can dip and dab a little bit everywhere. But I make the best macaroni and cheese around. I make the best lamb chops, make the best lobster tails.
I would tell you this, you got some of the most compelling commercials I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's just raw. It's almost sinful the way you make your commercials.
Oh, yeah.
You got the spoon in the macaroni and cheese and you twisting it around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to show them, like, hey, this that mac and cheese right here. You missing out if you don't have this.
Look, I don't even eat seafood, right? But you open up your container, you be like, look at that. Look at that shrimp. That's 20 whole pieces right there. I'm like, this dude, you wrong.
Yeah, it's all marketing. I think I just have a marketing just mind frame.
Right.
Marketing, my mind just goes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But
so that venture, Bon Appetit is still up and running.
Yeah, still running.
Okay,
still up and running. And so did that, getting clients. I'm getting contracts and everything. So Bon Appetit doing good. Now Bon Appetit, I can pass down to my children. Okay, I can do that. Rap, I'm like, okay. Plus, I'm getting older. Music changed every 5 years, maybe. Yeah. I think it changed now. It's like maybe 3 years now. Every month now, new style of music.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I did get out of that because I can't keep up. Like I'm almost 40. I can't keep up with these young people out here. I just can't. So, like I said, what can I do that's impactful? Like I said, everything that I did back then, I did the TV show. When I was in high school, I was throwing parties. I'm talking about 1,000 people and up.
Mm-hmm.
And I still got footage to this day of it. So it's like, what can I do that's meaningful? Generational wealth. So started that. And it's been doing wonderful.
We keep saying generational wealth. We keep saying generational wealth because it, in and of itself, is powerful.
Yeah.
The words alone are powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But we just got to be real. The sad thing is, for some of us, but that's why you're here. Yeah. But for some of us, that still means nothing.
True. It don't.
It means nothing. Now, you're a little younger than me. But you remember, like, TV shows, Dallas. Like Dallas, see, I'm dating myself, right? but people in SpeakRoC Nation, they know. Dallas was a show about like these oil tax. It's just old. Okay. So if you talk like MASH is old. But here's the deal. Dallas was a nighttime soap opera or whatever, right? And it was about, this family. I want to say it was one family, but they had like major beef and, they was oil tycoons. Like, I think the dad passed away eventually and the mom probably passed away. But the sons, the brothers, they was like, they owned this oil thing and they was beefing amongst each other. But the point is, they was rich. Women who were married into the family or men that were married into the family, everybody was just well off. So it was this drama about this well-off family. Then I think you had like things like Dynasty. And I'm telling on myself a little bit. My wife watched some kind of crap on TV, like one of them daytime soap operas. Don't get mad at me, ladies, but that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Then it's like rich people.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on the stories is like rich.
Mm-hmm.
Even like the bums eventually will become rich. So what am I saying? We have this steady diet of watching fantasy. And a lot of times, and it's somewhat reality because if you look at it, the Zuckerbergs of the world,
right?
You look at the Rockefellers. Now you going back on some folk. I'm kind of trying to name some folk alive now.
Okay.
what's my man? Guy running for president. What is it? My mind. I'm talking about Dallas and everything, and my mind is slipping. But anyway, there's a gentleman running for president right now. He's I want to say a billionaire. Bloomberg.
Okay.
Bloomberg. Then you got Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon.
Okay.
Then you got the gentleman who owns Microsoft. Like, they give money away, like, recreationally, for tax purposes. You know how that is. Yeah. But my point is, we see these people, and it's like we kind of live vicariously. And I'm gonna say this, and I want you to jump in here. And now let's go to like some of our entertainers, our Black sports entertainers, right. our musicians, hip hop artists, or whatever. We live vicariously through those people. Why they live vicariously through these rich white millionaires and billionaires.
Right.
Am I off on that trend?
No, you
think about it, because Jay-Z gets a lot of his financial guidance and wisdom from older white gentlemen.
Yep. I can't think of the name. I'm trying to think of the name.
Buffett.
Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett.
Yep.
So Jay-Z will credit Warren Buffett, and I get it.
True.
Knowledge is knowledge, wisdom is wisdom. I get it.
Right.
But look how we have this trend of living vicariously. So we watch the athlete, we watch the rapper to go to the
other guy.
To the other guy. Where I like about you, homegrown resource who understands the value of what generational wealth is and what it can be and what it means to us. How does it feel to kind of carry that mantle to say, I'm on a mission?
It is most definitely a mission. I feel I had see I didn't look at. I was just looking at it like I just gotta get this message out here. Like you taking it deep. Like you're right though. I just feel as though it's time for a change. I got tired of everyone sitting there watching the Love and Hip Hops and thinking that that's the way of life. A lot of females thinking, okay, high school, I'm gonna be a dancer, I'm gonna be a rapper, or I'm gonna make it to Love and Hip Hop. I'm gonna marry a basketball player, football player, whatever, divorce them, and I get on TV. Then I fight with my friends. That's what their mentality is like. That's how everybody feels as though they're getting on, is by marrying or getting pregnant by somebody big. No, that's not the way of life. Create something, start something, create something for you. What you see on TV is all negative, but they try to make that's how Black people are. We are not like that. But if she's growing up and she sees that, she gonna think that's how she's supposed to act.
Right.
It's not how you're supposed to act. That's why I take her everywhere with me. No, create something. I don't care. If you like to sing. I'll put you in the studio. If you like playing the flute, like playing piano, I'm gonna put you in the classes. Because that's what a lot of parents are missing out on, is letting your children know who they are when they're growing up. It's up to you to grab it and say, okay, there you go. Do it. Now, when you get older, now you're gonna be like, no, I can't do it. My mom and them, they told me, no, they said, no, go to read, or not even just read. Go to school or play the game. No, that's not the way it is.
Well, let's stay there for a minute, because you're talking about educating the children. Talk a little bit and enlighten us, because a couple of people saw it, well, quite a few actually. The response when I posted some of the snippets from I would call it the inaugural first ever generational tour date of 2020, like on my social media feed, the response was great. People was like, one brother even said, he was like, hey, look, we need something like this in St. Louis. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that comment.
I haven't. I'm gonna show you in a minute. Once I get my phone, I'm gonna show you how busy we've been since that day. So with that being said, speak about why you chose a high school first to go to start your first initial tour, and tell us about how this came about and just kind of the layout. I mean, like what was the strategy in what you did
on this first day of the Generational Wealth Tour?
In the heart of the city. First of all, 2020, it's time to open everybody's eyes. Get everybody 2020. It's time to get vision. So that's why we decided we could have did it early in 2019.
Okay.
But we like, okay, no, we're gonna break this early 2020, first week of 2020. I decided to do the heart of the city, which on the east side of Detroit. These are youth that people throw away. They don't care about, So I wanted to show them that we can take a word, bring it to them, give them knowledge of it, on the east side. And that was the vision of that. Is that's why I wanted to take the start off was there is because a lot of people will be scared. A lot of companies are scared to go to somewhere like that. I'm not scared of these are our future.
Right.
It's our future. What we scared of them for? Shouldn't be scared of them for what? Wow. So yeah, I can show them that we can go in there, we can give them some knowledge and give them entertainment. Period, point blank. That's where it all. That's why I decided to do it the first one there. So
talk about what the lineup, because you had quite the lineup. You go ahead and speak on it.
We have banks.
Okay.
We have people that give you business degrees. I had them there. I had some entertainers there. A lot of Detroit known artists. Yeah, we had a good lineup. We had Rock there. Rock did an amazing job hosting. Once again, I'm gonna say Rock did an amazing job hosting. But these are when you grab certain people, they bring out that certain thing that I didn't tell Rock. I didn't give Rock a list. Say, hey, say this, do this. No, like you're good at what you do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that platform is right for you because you speak knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You speak to the people. So you speak generational wealth.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't put my face on generational wealth because it's not about me. It's about everybody.
Wow, that's wow.
It's not. If you can look around
I gotta tweet that. That's a quote, man.
It's right.
I love it.
It's not about me. It's about everybody. Because, like I said, I don't put my face on it. I don't. If you go around right now, everybody acts like, who's generation wealth? I don't know. It's everybody. It's not about me. It's about your family. It's about your family. It's about everybody's family. It's not about just me. It's not. That's why I never put my face on it at all. So, yeah.
I mean, that's just such a dope message that's powerful for me to just hear. And that's such a powerful message because it's not, hey, you can be an athlete. And speaking of athletes, you had an athlete there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we have so many.
Yeah, the Detroit Lions player there. I mean, it was such a lineup.
It was.
From financial specialist to independent artist who basically, you look at the financial, everybody you had there, it was all tied in to money is important. Think about it. The financial specialist giving you financial literacy, right? The entertainers, they need finance to do what they do.
True.
Instruments cost money. Marketing, gear, whatever costs money. Like anything you want to do, being in the studio, it costs money.
Right.
So if you don't want to adapt the financial wealth piece and the generational wealth understanding, where would you be? And I think there are hard lessons to learn in this. Hard lessons. We've all had to learn them lessons. So speaking of hard lessons, share with us a little bit, then. Just share with us, because what type of discipline does it take to say? Because you hit a little bit on it. Because it sounds like, and you didn't say it like this, but let's just keep it real. Now, if you can afford whatever lifestyle, if you can afford it, if you Mayweather, and you can afford things, live your life.
Right.
But if you have things and you're constantly spending money on it, but let me put myself out there first. I'm gonna keep it 100. Nah, I wasn't balling. I was balling on a budget.
Right. True.
But in my younger day, I bought things I probably still have to the day. Granted, and my excuse was things I like. Like I can't tell you how much music I bought back in the day. Back in the day when tapes and CDs were the thing. Now you just stream a lot of it, or they still in it. But the point is, so much of it, and I look back on it now, I'm like, man, I really wasted a lot of money buying that. You get what I'm saying? That's on the low end. So I'm a low end baseball hat. I love fitted hats. So my excuse is I buy what I like. Mm-hmm. But what I wasn't doing versus what I do now and what I taught my kids to do, and this isn't a catch-all. If I'm saying something as advice, mm-hmm. but I would advise anybody to do this. You got to be mindful. You got to be learned, just like anything. So I tell my children, what do you like? If it's Bath and Body or whatever it is that you shopping or you're going to get some stock in it. Get some stock in it. So most anything, if I have it, 9 times out of 10, I'm invested into it in some type of way. Absolutely. So my point, what I'm saying to you, what are your levels of discipline? Because if you're a man just like me, we like stuff. I think you're a sneakerhead just like me.
I am.
So how do you discipline yourself?
I'm gonna go further than that. I'm a jewelry head.
Okay.
I love when I was growing up.
But you know what? Let's stay right there for a minute. No, I want you to keep talking. But the thing is, that's interesting because a lot of people be like, jewelry, got it. That'll always have value.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, keep speaking on your discipline, but what is really, let's get into that because it's easy to say this is always going to have value. Will it? Will it always still have that same market value that you bought it for?
Jewelry?
Yeah.
That's why I always been a jewelry head. Meaning if you don't get if you go to certain places, mm-hmm. no, they're gonna cheat you where they'll give you plated or whatever else may be.
Okay.
That's why I ain't wearing none of my jewelry today. Like,
okay.
But a lot of my jewelry is heavy. So that means it's all solid. If it's white gold or gold, it's still gold, regardless. It's all solid gold.
Right.
So it's not necessarily the diamonds that's in it. The diamonds, they don't care about the diamonds. I care about the weight. So it does carry weight per se, so it goes a long way, very long way, very long way.
Okay. See, yeah. But what you're saying is when you buy quality,
yeah,
that's gonna last.
Yep.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. This now, because you've seen it in movies, you will have it and you will put it in you'll put it like a safe deposit box or something like that, and you can keep it, and you can pass it down to your children, right?
Yeah.
So that type of jewelry is worth it.
Yeah.
But the other stuff you're talking about, the Fugazi jewelry or whatever,
it's a waste.
It's a waste.
It's a waste. That what they say, everything that glitter ain't gold.
Yeah.
It's true. It's honestly true.
Mm.
Just like you're a sneakerhead, you could spot a fake Nike or something like that. You be like, oh no, that ain't real. They ain't come out with that.
Nah, I ain't that good. But I got you. I got you.
So if somebody, I'm like, no, I like.
But here's what's interesting about sneakers. Because sneakers aren't jewelry.
No,
it's not a mineral. It's not a.
But
it's not a earth.
In some cities that if you have some elite type shoes or some,
no, you're right.
They call it dead stocks, I guess.
Yes.
If you have something that somebody's want,
right?
Oh, they'll pay top dollar.
No. I got you, but I guess what I'm getting at is, gold, like on the stock exchange or whatever, it always, it's up and down. But gold is still gold.
Yeah,
always gonna have value.
Yeah, it has value.
The thing with being a sneakerhead, truth be told, within the last 5 years, maybe I'm not gonna go a decade yet with sneakers. Mm-hmm. The popularity of sneakers just really, you see what I mean?
I got you.
That like the Yeezys and retro J's or whatever. That was not always the case. We wasn't spending $500-800, trying $1,000 aftermarket sneakers.
Right.
Now you got some people have businesses where they clean up sneakers.
Yeah.
They clean up and they'll resell them.
True.
But that hasn't always been the case. So my thing is that can while jewelry will always stay solid, sneakers will, I think it's only a moment of time when that just
die down.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I agree with you.
And the thing is, you can take that. Okay, let me not, because people can say, well, you can take them J's and you can sell that.
No, not really.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying,
it's a
though.
niche market.
Yeah, but you see, you gotta find somebody that's into them J's.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying?
There you go.
You can, like, back in the day, let's take it back in the day, like you said, people was exchanging gold. You know? So now, you know, you could be like, you know, like you can go with that watch. It's like, okay, I got this.
Right.
Okay, well, I buy that because I see, you know, it has, you know, silver, it got this in there. So yeah, I'll take it.
They don't want this. He's got some screws. This joker got some screws and some color. They gonna be like, man, we give you $250.
But you still get some money for it.
We ain't talking about $250.
Right. Okay, $2.50.
Hey, look, having a great conversation with my brother Sean Watkins here. Got generational wealth team in the building. He got his daughter with him. You see what it is. Go ahead and flex on him a little bit more. Go ahead and flex. Yeah. Because that joint was cold, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was cold. I got mine at the house. I thought it was cold.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Look, let's talk about, we talked about why you chose 2020 as the launch for generational wealth. We talked about the importance of starting it in the heart of the city in Detroit.
Right.
We talked about why our people need it. Okay, why we need to get financial literacy.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm not gonna shy away, and I'm gonna double down on saying, and you was like, oh, you going far with it. I hope that I am, because truth be told, we haven't gone far enough.
Okay.
This dream and this vision, this idea, which has come to fruition, has been graced upon you for a reason.
Yeah.
It really has. And it is a serious platform to be on, because I like I said, you walk in the footsteps of many others that preach that same message of, you know, let's get financial literacy. So once we get free, we need money to stay free. Let's call it what it is. The Bible speaks about money. The Bible speaks about the money often. And I'm gonna do another show on that. That's another show for another day.
Okay.
But I gotta buzz people in their mouth when they talking about money and finances in the church and because we don't understand. People beat up the church so much, beat up the pastor so much. Mm-hmm. But guess what? You can't even manage the finances in your own house, but you trying to talk about what the church doing with money.
True.
Okay, that's another show for another day.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is this: where do you see? Well, first let's talk about what's up next for generational wealth.
Okay. What's next for generational wealth?
What's next for generational wealth?
I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna let you hit play.
Okay.
Right there. You can actually let me see, turn it up a little bit so you can hear it.
Okay.
That's what's next for generational wealth. If you see how big that is.
Is the volume right here?
Yep. There you go. That's what's next for generational wealth. I see generational wealth in the next less than a year. Hopefully in stadiums and some big buildings. That's where I see generational wealth in the next couple of months. Honestly, in the next 5 years, I'm changing the whole world. But we starting right here in Detroit, Michigan, all the way up. I'm gonna let him tell you what he see on there, but it's something real major. We've been getting calls from a little bit of everywhere, and we've been getting calls, and we're just picking out the right place to go to for our next school. And yeah.
All right, seems like you're up here at a school right now, and you're getting a breakdown of the student body.
Yeah.
About how many people that can be affected by the message of generational wealth.
That one school carries 7,000 students.
7,000 students.
7,000. And they want generational wealth at their school, and that's just one of their theaters. I chose this one. They showed us 4 theaters that they have.
Okay.
And they showed us this one, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna use this one for generational wealth.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think this one holds over 1,000. So we sit down, we still going over the logistics, I guess.
Okay. The planning period, yeah.
How we gonna break it down as far as, okay, this many students gonna be in here this hour, and then we're gonna leave them, and then the next how we gonna break it down. So we got another meeting with them next week.
Jeez.
Right here.
Now
7,000 students.
Think about that. 7,000 students receiving a message such as generational wealth. Why you need to manage money properly.
Yeah.
Why you need to utilize money to build something for yourself that's going to last longer than you. Like that. I'm just talking about that. And I'm like, I feel like I need to do so much more. I need to go home, clean up my closet, stuff that I don't need, stuff I don't use. No. What am I doing with my dollar? I'm trying to, because I understand I'm a man of a certain age.
True.
But let's just be fair. A lot of these young people, a lot of millennials, and what I think they call it, what, Generation Y?
Oh, yeah. Really? They call them Y now?
Yeah, there's a generation, not the millennials.
Wow.
There's a generation after called Generation Y.
Okay.
Yeah. So your daughter wouldn't even fall.
No.
She doesn't even fall in either one of those.
Yeah, not at all. No.
So, but the thing is, they come into money. This younger generation come into money faster, I think, than what we did. But just because they come into it doesn't mean they know how to manage it.
Absolutely.
And know how to maximize it and use it. So you told us about what's coming up next for generational wealth, right? 7,000 plus students, huge auditorium, school district, spreading the message. We get it. As far as the future goes, what do you see futuristic? And I'm going to say that, I got to let somebody put out there. Look, I made a post yesterday, right? And I made a post. It was a studio. I happened to walk into a studio the other day, and it was laid out, decked out, and I looked at it and I saw me. I saw, when I saw it, I was like, that's me. If this
Take it into existence.
Yeah, right? So I made a post with that same type of excitement and zeal. Like, when you, something like I said, what did I say? When I dream, things happen. I think that's what I said. And people was like, oh, brother, yeah, da-da-da-da-da. I was like, whoa, I don't want y'all to think like I got this already. I say, in the spirit I do. Spiritually, I got it already.
Right.
Physically hasn't manifested yet, but I believe it's mine. So I didn't want to mislead people, but the people who was rocking with me, it's like, nah, we get you. We get what you're talking about. So that's what I'm asking of you right now.
Coliseum. We in the Coliseum. Generational wealth to go be in a Coliseum where either the president or anybody they're going to be there speaking, and we're going to have full of from youth to adults in there understanding what generational wealth is. That's what the vision is. I want the whole world rocking this. That's why I haven't changed the logo.
Okay.
I want it big. I want it to be noticeable. You have to see this. Like how Russell Simmons was back in the day. You see my logo? You're gonna see this logo and you're gonna understand what it is.
I love it.
So this is like I want to say this is like a money game. You know what I'm saying? This is like, okay, you know what it is. Like this is
right.
When you see somebody wearing this, you say, okay, I understand. You understand what's going on, and I understand what's going on. So we're on the same page. Yeah. So that's why really with the clothing line is, okay, you understand. You open minded. You know what the mission is, generational wealth. So that's why I want people to understand this is just not a hoodie. This is just not a shirt. This is not just going to be a hat. This is literally a movement. When you see somebody out in California, or you see somebody out in Florida, or just anywhere wearing generational wealth, you can understand what their mind frame is. And you're going to say, hey, let me link. Hey, what you do?
Yeah.
Hey, let's link up. I do this. You what you do? Okay, right. Let's put this together.
You know what's interesting about that? I heard a brother talk about, people linking together, people who have like mind, and guess what? They're sound with their finances. That's powerful right there. Like, hey, all right, you're a thinker. I'm a creator. You're a creator. This is what I have financially. Let's put it together and work. Yep. That's another lesson. Those are lessons in and of itself that once again, we gloss over. And to your point, and once again, I have to credit you because once again, how many stories of athletes who come into millions, even if it's the low number of millions, because you can ride the bench in the NBA and still be a millionaire, right?
Yeah.
Or you can be number one draft pick, get guaranteed millions. I get it. But the point is, still a lot of money. Then next thing you know, you got this horror story, 20 for 20 special, talking about how they went broke.
Yeah.
And if we don't think that can happen to our children going forward, we're being misled.
True.
So once again, I hear a lot for the youth. And I'm pretty sure, I know you're already on top of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's going to be something for
adults.
Our adults. Yeah. Because let's be honest.
Yeah.
Just because we're an adult, that doesn't mean wisdom followed us.
True.
In the area of finance.
I'll just right now I just want to catch the youth right now.
Right.
Before it gets too late. Before I want to start young, because I don't want them to get to my age where as though I went through $5,000 of credit cards. you know, or what's my purpose in life? Where am I going? What am I here for?
Right.
You know, there was plenty of times when I was graduating from high school. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. I did not know, but I had almost $10,000 in credit cards, and I blew it. But if I had the mindset, if I had somebody's really like strategically, I can't say that word right, but you understand.
They got you.
Right. If I had somebody do that and say, hey, use $1,000, put this towards your started business, get an LLC.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what you like to do? Well, I like to cook, or I want to start a clothing brand. Okay, well, here, go this way.
Right.
Use your credit card. Then the money that you make, you can pay off your credit card fees or your whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're making money. Your money's working for you. I didn't know that at a young age.
Right.
So these are things that we should know at a young age. But then we're gonna get into these dope phases. So let's catch the youth now, and then we're gonna go to these dope classes. But yeah, all that is coming real soon.
That's good, man. I'm excited, dude.
And you're a part of it. Rock, you gonna be a part of it. You're
Rock is a part of it.
You're a part of it.
Hey, look, man, I'm excited. I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm honored to be a part of it.
Yes, sir.
Look, man,
I'm honored to be on your show. Thank you. Seriously, this dope. Like I don't be like this time of day.
Yeah.
I'm not up.
Yeah.
I'm not up. I ain't up.
But look, what we gonna do? We're gonna continue to promote. We're gonna continue to push out generational wealth tour.
Yeah.
The dates, the happenings, what's going on, because this needs to spread and catch wildfire. Oh. Seriously, it needs to spread and catch wildfire, and because we need it. And I think our liberation and our continued freedom is tied into finances. That's real talk.
Other communities is catching fire right now, but I'm trying to get it in the city.
Yes.
First.
Yes.
Before I go to these outskirts, because we need to know about this. I don't want to get too caught up in the outskirts when we really need the message. When we get off air, I'm gonna show you where that school is and how much a disadvantage Detroit public schools have out here. Like we have right now, Detroit public school has no future compared to these other schools.
Other schools,
yeah, they have no future.
But we're here to do something about it, right?
Absolutely, that's
it. Generational wealth, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. Now this is going to lead me into my rock solid advice, or your rock solid advice for the week. And your rock solid advice, your RSA, is this: do not, and I repeat, do not allow broken relationships to have you miss solid people. I'm going to say that again. Do not allow your past broken relationships to have you miss out on solid people. I'm here to tell you something. I have met some solid people in my lifetime. Within a short period of time. Like my brother here. Solid man. Solid. I'm telling you, within the past 3, 4, 5 years, I've met some solid individuals. But if I would have allowed past hiccups, past toxic relationships, be it, with boyfriend, girlfriend, males, whatever, friendships, whatever the case may be. If you allow those types of relationships to just make you bitter and angry and not put yourself in a position to meet good, solid people, I don't know what's going to happen for you. You're going to stay bitter. You're going to stay angry. And this is what's going to happen, because I see it every day. I see people walking around as if the world, everybody else just needs to revolve around them. As if, no one should be speaking to you. As if everybody's up to something if they speak to you. And I'm thinking to myself like, wow, you are truly a hurt individual, because what you about to miss out on, you're about to miss out on somebody who can really be a solid friend to you, a solid resource to you, a solid, compliment to your day-to-day life. They spoke to you, but you won't say nothing, because you got such a guarded fence up that the person that you really need to have in your life, they're staring you dead in your face, but you won't give them the time of day or speak to them, all because you're still suffering from a toxic and broken relationship. I'm going to say this one last time. Do not allow your broken relationships of your past to have you miss the golden opportunities of meeting solid people. Hey, this is just rock solid advice. This is just advice. You can do what you want to do with it. But hey, look, it's been a blessing. I appreciate y'all being with me. And look, I'm out of here. Until next time, Thursday. Got my brother Sean Watkins here, Generational Wealth. Hey, and I love y'all. And we out. Salute.